Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, the new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
The Browns take over first and 10.
Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
It was so interesting in the run-up to the draft to talk with different scouts. I got one to tell me that in his notes he wrote down, Mayfield, brash, happy-go-lucky, plays the same way, barely restrained improv act that frustrates opponents and sometimes his own coaches, but produces plenty of highlights. What do you think of that?
Mayfield on first down, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down, Browns.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier. The tackle made just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Oh, man, can't do that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10.
Delay of game. Offense.
So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line.
Still first down.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Mixon. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mixon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And 8 at the 46-yard line.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they run with Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He was brought down.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there as the first half is winding down. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
20-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana to check on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 31-24, the final score. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Le'Veon Bell, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
he would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carried by number 30.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The ball carried by number 26.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up
now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Good. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Browns nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 27, Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
To Austin Hooper. 5 yards.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Mayfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Browns first down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Intended for Austin Hooper. It's 3rd down and 13.
Mayfield with it once more. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Mixon with a first down carry. A beautiful span and room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
26.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
That's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long day. Right there, 54, right there, 54 money.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards. 1st down, Brown.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alexander.
Play fake. Mayfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50, 30, 10.
Take off your helmet.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Alexander. Touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati.
Adam, I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bengals, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.